everyone, and welcome back to MedChemNet. In this video, we speak to Joseph Hargan, Program Manager at BioVentures for Global Health, to find out more about drug development for neglected tropical diseases.
Hi, my name is Joseph Hargan, and I am a Program Manager at BioVentures for Global Health, or BVGH, and we're located in Seattle, Washington. BVGH is a nonprofit organization that works at the crossroads of the private and the public sectors to advance research and improve health. We were established in 2004 by the Biotechnology Innovation Organization, or BIO, which is the Pharmaceutical and Biotechnology Industry Trade Association. We did this to engage that industry in global health initiatives. BVGH connects with people, resources, and ideas across pharmaceutical and biotechnology companies, governments, and nonprofits to solve global health issues. Well, BVGH's programs fall under three main categories. One of them is to expand access to cancer medicines and technologies in Africa. The next one is to build biomedical R&D capacity in low and middle income countries. And finally, one of our major focuses is to accelerate drug discovery and other product R&D for diseases of poverty. Well, diseases of poverty are health conditions that are more prevalent in the world's poorest populations when compared to some of the wealthier populations in the world. They're not restricted to the developing world. They're actually disproportionately affect the populations and impact the populations that live in low and middle income countries. A lot of these diseases are caused by infectious agents such as viruses, bacteria, and parasites, and it's these infectious or communicable diseases that BVGH particularly focuses on. There is a whole host of diseases of poverty that the World Health Organization calls neglected tropical diseases, or NTDs for short. So NTDs collectively affect more than 1 billion people in tropical and subtropical environments in nearly 150 countries, and they cost developing economies billions of dollars annually. Well, that's a complicated question for a complicated problem. Diseases of poverty are a complex problem that require the coordinated efforts of a variety of stakeholders, both in-country and internationally, to eliminate and eradicate these diseases. Pharmaceutical companies play a key role in these efforts through some of the donation programs that they have going on. R&D is also needed to improve our arsenal of tools to prevent, diagnose, and treat these diseases of poverty. And although the specific needs of R&D and the priorities can vary by the disease and the region, one of the big emphasis is developing better drugs. Developing a better drug can mean many different things depending on the disease, but an example of a better drug would mean one with fewer toxic side effects, or maybe a drug that is more effective than the current therapies because they kill the infectious agent throughout all the life stages of the life cycle. For example, a drug that can kill pathogens that have developed resistance to the current medication, or even drugs that can be administered orally or for shorter periods of time that allow for more patient compliance. So some of these, and sometimes a combination of all of these, are very important. An example of this is in 2016, Johnson & Johnson received FDA approval for a chewable formulation of mendazole to treat young children with intestinal worms. And this was important because some of these small children couldn't swallow the solid tablet that was available at the time. Well, in order to accelerate drug discovery and really find a way to address these diseases of poverty, BVGH and its partners established the WIPO Research Initiative in 2011. So this was done to address the significant need for improved drugs, diagnostics, and vaccines for diseases of poverty. WIPO Research is a global private and public partnership that focuses on accelerating R&D for malaria, tuberculosis, and some of the NTDs that I mentioned earlier. And one of the goals is to ensure the accessibility of the resulting products within the populations that need them. So making these resulting products accessible to people from low and middle income countries. One of the methods that we are doing this through is through the free sharing of intellectual property, or IP assets, such as compounds, data, clinical samples, technology, and expertise. WIPO research partners include the World Intellectual Property Organization, or WIPO, 8 multinational pharmaceutical companies and 125 nonprofit and government organizations across 40 countries and 6 continents. Well, we're very thrilled with what WIPO Research has accomplished so far, and in its first 6 years to date, we have established about 125 R&D collaborations. Nearly 2/3 are focused on drug discovery. Over half of them involve the private industry. 36 of these projects are currently active, and 9 of them have met key development milestones, which is really important. Many of our promising drug discovery projects involve the repurposing of pharmaceutical company compounds in order to make the drug discovery process more efficient and to cut costs. So one example of this process is Merck & Company is partnering with the Walter and Eliza Hall Institute of Medical Research in Australia to develop aspartyl proteases as anti-malarial drugs. Also, research from the University of California, San Diego is repurposing polo-like kinase inhibitor compounds from Takeda for schistosomiasis drug discovery. In another promising collaboration, Pfizer shared its investigator's brochure to a drug called maripafant with a small company called 60 Degrees Pharmaceuticals, which used the data to design a clinical trial to test the efficacy of the drug against dengue. The value in this is that accessing the data from Pfizer allowed 60 Degrees to save both time and money in drug development efforts. Well, research and companies interested in learning more about advancing neglected disease, drug discovery, or other types of research that involve diagnostics, vaccines, and the NTD field through WIPO Research, they can email me at jhargan@bvgh.org or visit the BVGH website at www.bvgh.org.
If you like this video, be sure to check out other great content on MedChemNet. And thanks to Joseph for speaking with us today. Be sure to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn @MedChemNet. Thanks for watching.